Welcome, Sigmas. The Sigma male is a mysterious character who has decided to live by his own rules instead of those established by society, in a world where people are motivated by a need to fit in. The Sigma male functions completely outside of this framework, in contrast to alpha males, who thrive on power and social hierarchy, or beta guys, who seek comfort and approval. He is the independent lone wolf who forges his own way, frequently avoiding the commotion and rivalry of the social game. The fact that the Sigma male deviates from the norm is what makes him so intriguing. Psychologists frequently note that social categorization, the natural human desire to group people into groups, occurs. The Sigma male, however, resists simple classification. People who need control and predictability may become uneasy about his inability to participate in societal pecking orders. The Sigma has such a mysterious and intriguing air, in part because of its eerie presence. The Sigma's strength also comes from his serene confidence and versatility. His confidence comes from within. He doesn't look to others for approval. According to studies, people who have a high degree of self-determination are frequently more creative and resilient. This gives the Sigma a sense of purpose that is both captivating and terrifying to everyone around him, enabling him to overcome obstacles in life. We're going to explore 8 distinctive characteristics of the Sigma male today. These characteristics are subtle yet potent, frequently leaving others perplexed and even a little disturbed. The Sigma is a force of nature because of his capacity to ignore drama and his laser-like focus on his objectives. So, fasten your seatbelt. You'll see how important these characteristics are once you comprehend them, not only for Sigma males, but also for anybody who dares to live life according to their own terms. Let's get started. Point 1. The silent aura that screams loudly. Let's kick it off with your silent aura, the calm, composed energy you carry like a shadow. It's like you've mastered the art of being present without having to prove anything to anyone. This silent confidence is a hallmark of Sigma males, the rare breed of men who thrive in solitude and self-sufficiency. They don't need the limelight, and that's what makes them so intriguing. You're not the guy who needs to fill the silence with small talk. Nope, you're the guy who owns the silence. This skill might seem simple, but in a world obsessed with noise, it's a rare gem. According to psychologists, silence can be more powerful than words. It gives your brain time to process information, fostering deeper thinking and better decision-making. Research even suggests that spending time in silence can lower stress levels and improve focus, 2 things Sigmas naturally excel at. Most people can't handle a pause in conversation. They're addicted to noise, chatter, and endless validation. But you, Sigma, are comfortable in your own skin. Your silence isn't empty. It's loaded with depth and mystery. In fact, studies have shown that when someone remains silent in a conversation, others often attribute more intelligence and authority to them. That's why your quiet presence speaks volumes. It forces people to lean in, to wonder what's brewing behind that steady gaze. The horror: people start projecting their fears onto you. They can't read you, so they assume you're thinking something dangerous, judging them, or plotting your next move like a chess master. In reality, you're probably just thinking about how good your coffee tastes or planning your next adventure, maybe a hike in the wilderness or a night of deep reading. This silence is your power, Sigmas. It makes people question themselves and their own insecurities. It's like holding a mirror to their restless minds. They see in you what they can't find in themselves: a deep calm, a quiet confidence, an ability to navigate the world without noise. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation, don't rush to fill the gaps. Let your silence do the talking. It's a weapon, a shield, and a statement all in one, hauntingly powerful in a world that can't stop talking. Point 2, eye contact that feels like an X-ray. Now let's talk about your eye contact. Or better yet, the way your gaze cuts right through the room like a laser beam. When you look at someone, it's like you're seeing straight through the surface, past the masks and the practiced smiles, straight into the raw honesty underneath. It's not just intense, it's revealing. Why does this matter? Because in a world of endless filters and polite facades, genuine eye contact is rare. Studies have shown that prolonged eye contact triggers the brain's limbic system, which is responsible for emotional processing. In other words, when your eyes lock with someone else's, you're activating parts of their brain that deal with vulnerability and truth. It's powerful, And it's why people find it both attractive and unsettling. Most people walk around with invisible barriers shielding their real selves. They're used to fleeting glances, quick distractions, and safe topics of conversation. But you, as a Sigma male, have no interest in that. Your gaze says, I see past the small talk. I see the real you. And trust me, people notice. This isn't about being creepy or intrusive. It's about authenticity. Your eyes show that you're willing to go beyond the shallow exchanges and into something real. That intensity doesn't just capture attention, it commands it. It's a silent challenge that says, if you're ready to be real, let's talk. If not, keep walking. Psychologists have even identified that intense eye contact can create a phenomenon called shared vulnerability, which can either deepen connections or make people squirm. Either way, it leaves an impression. So, Sigmas, keep those eyes sharp and focused. Use them as a window into the truth and as a shield against the superficial. In a world full of noise, your steady gaze cuts through the nonsense and demands authenticity. Let that be your strength and your signature. You're not here to fit in, you're here to live honestly. Point 3, the lone wolf mentality. Sigmas. You've heard it before, the lone wolf. It's not just a cool nickname, it's a way of life that sets you apart from the pack. You're not antisocial, you're selectively social. You thrive on your own company and don't need a crowd to feel alive. And this, it terrifies people. Why? Because in a world dominated by social validation and herd mentality, your independence is an anomaly. Studies in psychology, such as those by Dr. Abraham Maslow, show that belongingness is a fundamental human need. Most people crave approval, seeking to fit in with the group. But you? You're the guy who walks alone because you trust your instincts more than the noise of the crowd. This independence is what makes you magnetic and at the same time intimidating. You're proof that you don't have to follow trends to be relevant. You don't have to chase clout to feel worthy. You simply exist in your own orbit. Historically, lone wolves have played significant roles in shaping society. Nikola Tesla, a classic Sigma archetype, was known for working in solitude, creating groundbreaking technology without the need for social validation. In literature, the archetype of the lone wolf or outsider, like Holden Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye or Jay Gatsby from The Great Gatsby, captures this same essence of individuality. Even in nature, the lone wolf operates differently. Unlike the alpha who leads the pack, the lone wolf travels alone, not out of weakness, but to explore new territories and avoid unnecessary conflict. This mirrors the Sigma's mindset, solitary yet strong. Being a Sigma doesn't mean rejecting relationships altogether. It's about choosing quality over quantity. You value deep, meaningful connections rather than superficial bonds. You'd rather have one authentic conversation than 100 hollow ones. This terrifies the status quo because your self-reliance challenges the idea that we must conform to thrive. Your quiet confidence speaks volumes in a world obsessed with loud opinions. You're not here to impress, you're here to live on your own terms. And let me tell you, Sigmas, that's a horror story for those who've never dared to stand alone. Your independence isn't just a quirk, it's your superpower. So keep embracing your inner lone wolf because the world needs fewer followers and more trailblazers. Point 4, the calm in chaos. Picture this, the world's on fire, everyone's panicking, people are losing their minds. And there you are, cool as a cucumber. This is your calm in chaos energy, Sigmas. It's like you've got an inner sanctuary no storm can touch. And that's something people can't wrap their heads around. They see your calmness and it freaks them out. Why isn't he freaking out like the rest of us? Doesn't he care? Is he even human? The truth is you do care, but you care about what matters. You're not here to waste energy on things beyond your control. You're here to adapt, to think, and to survive. This Zen-like composure is a superpower that turns you into a mystery. People see it and they're both in awe and terrified. Because when you're not rattled by the noise, you become the calm center everyone wants but few can handle. Let's dig into the psychology behind this. Researchers have found that emotional resilience, the ability to stay composed in the face of stress, is linked to better problem solving, stronger relationships, and even improved health. According to the American Psychological Association, those who stay calm under pressure are less likely to suffer from chronic stress-related issues like high blood pressure or anxiety disorders. What sets Sigmas apart is their ability to practice mindfulness even in chaos. You're not mindlessly reacting, you're observing, analyzing, and making calculated decisions. This makes you a natural leader when the world is falling apart because people instinctively gravitate towards those who stay composed. But it's not just about leading others, it's about personal freedom. Your calm energy frees you from the emotional roller coaster that consumes most people. You're not easily manipulated by fear or drama. Instead, you're grounded in your own sense of purpose and direction. This is why Sigmas seem almost otherworldly to those around them. When the world is screaming for attention, you're focused on what truly matters. And that focus is magnetic. People want to know your secret. They want to understand how you stay so unflappable. But the real secret is that you've learned to tune out the noise and listen to your own inner compass. So next time the world is losing its head, remember this. Your calm isn't just a quirk, it's your greatest weapon. Keep cultivating it, because in a world on fire, your steady flame of composure lights the way. Point 5, master of boundaries. Sigmas, let's unpack this power of boundaries, because for you, they're not just a suggestion, they're a lifestyle. Boundaries are the invisible lines you draw to protect your peace, energy, and purpose. You say no without guilt, and that's not just admirable, it's essential. Research by psychologist Dr. Henry Cloud shows that healthy boundaries are the key to authentic relationships and personal growth. Without them, you end up drained and resentful. Now here's the fascinating part. Most people don't understand boundaries at all. They think saying no is rude or selfish. They're conditioned to people please and avoid conflict like the plague. But you, Sigma, are wired differently. You've learned that boundaries are not about being unkind, they're about being honest and clear. It's like a moat around your castle, but instead of keeping out everyone, it invites in only those who respect your values. This is what shakes people up. When you draw sharp lines, it makes others realize they can't manipulate you. You're not just drifting through life, waiting to be told what to do. You're charting your own course. That's intimidating to those who thrive on control or seek validation through others. And let's not forget, your boundaries are flexible gates, not concrete walls. They open to those who bring mutual respect and understanding. A 2022 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that clear personal boundaries lead to healthier connections and stronger trust. So when you hold your ground, you're actually fostering more authentic bonds, not pushing people away. It's also about self-respect. When you guard your energy like a fortress, you're saying to the world, my time and well-being matter. You're not afraid to let people know your limits, and that empowers you to focus on what truly matters, your growth, your goals, your freedom. So keep those gates strong, Sigmas. They're not barriers to love or friendship. They're the filters that ensure you only surround yourself with people who honor your worth. And that, my friend, is the mark of a true Sigma. Point 6, the power of walking away. One of the most powerful and unsettling traits of Sigma males is their ability to walk away from situations, relationships, or even entire social circles without a backward glance. In a society that often glorifies attachment, drama, and endless compromise, this can be a truly radical stance. It's not that Sigma males are cold or unfeeling. Rather, they've mastered the art of prioritizing their own inner peace and self-worth over the fleeting validation of others. Psychologically speaking, the ability to walk away is a sign of emotional independence and self-assuredness. Studies in human behavior and attachment theory highlight that people who are secure within themselves are less likely to tolerate situations that drain their energy or compromise their values. Unlike those who cling to toxic relationships out of fear of loneliness or rejection, Sigma males have cultivated a mindset where solitude is not seen as a punishment, but as a sanctuary. This trait doesn't just make Sigma males stand out, it unsettles those around them. In a world where people are conditioned to seek constant external approval, seeing someone who doesn't play that game is both inspiring and intimidating. It forces others to confront their own insecurities and dependence on external validation. Walking away without looking back also sends a clear message. Your peace of mind is non-negotiable. Sigma males know that drama, manipulation, and emotional games are costly distractions. They'd rather face the quiet of an empty room than the noise of a room filled with pretense. Historically, figures like Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers embodied this principle. They taught that peace comes from within, and no external force should be allowed to disturb that inner calm. In modern times, Sigma males carry this torch, showing that true strength often lies in the ability to say no and move on rather than fighting for scraps of validation. Ultimately, this ability to walk away is what makes Sigma males both admired and feared. In a world where people are always seeking to be needed, the Sigma's refusal to chase or settle is a quiet act of rebellion. It's a powerful reminder that in the end, the only approval that truly matters is your own. Point 7. The mysterious past. Every Sigma male has a past, a backstory that's as intriguing as it is untold. You're not out there sharing every detail of your life on social media or wearing your heart on your sleeve. Instead, you move in silence, operating beneath the radar. This sense of mystery isn't an act, it's a calculated choice grounded in the timeless allure of the unknown. Studies in social psychology highlight how people are naturally drawn to those who keep a certain distance. This phenomenon, known as the pratfall effect, suggests that a hint of mystery enhances attractiveness. Your enigmatic past plays into this, making you a living puzzle. But what exactly fuels this curiosity? It's the ancient human tendency to fill in the blanks. Our brains crave answers, and when they can't find them, they're left with a gnawing fascination. By staying silent about your past, you wield a quiet power. You don't just live in the present, you invite others to imagine your journey. Sigmas understand that privacy isn't about deception, it's about control. Sharing your past is like giving away a treasure map. And every detail you keep to yourself is a fortress, safeguarding your energy and focus. So let them wonder, Sigmas. Let them fill in the blanks with whispers and speculation. In your silence, you're not just a man. You're a myth in the making. Point 8, the unapologetic authenticity. Let's dive deeper into your unapologetic authenticity. In today's world, where social media and peer pressure push people to fit molds and follow trends, being truly authentic is a rare and powerful trait. Authenticity means being completely comfortable in your own skin without feeling the need to shapeshift or pretend just to please others. When you choose to be real, you stand out. You don't imitate popular opinions or change yourself to fit in. This fearless self-expression can be unsettling for many because it forces them to confront their own inauthenticity. Your genuine nature becomes a mirror, reflecting back the masks others wear, the false personas they've adopted to blend in or gain approval. This honesty is more than just brave, it's transformative. Psychologists agree that living authentically is linked to higher self-esteem, better mental health, and deeper, more meaningful relationships. When you embrace who you truly are, you create space for others to do the same. So Sigmas, keep shining your true self unapologetically. Your authenticity isn't just a personal strength, it's a beacon that challenges a world drowning in conformity. By being real, you inspire others to break free and thrive on their own terms. Sigmas, the 8 things we just uncovered are not weaknesses. They're your silent weapons. They're the reason you stand out in a world full of noise. They're why you can walk into a room and make people feel something, fear, respect, intrigue, without saying a single word. Remember, you don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to force your presence. Your calm confidence, your fierce independence, and your authentic heart are enough to leave an impact that lasts. So embrace these eerie traits, Sigmas. Let them be your armor and your gift to the world. Because you're not here to be ordinary. You're here to be unforgettable. Sigmas, if you felt a spark of recognition in today's video, make sure to like and subscribe to join this community of modern warriors who walk their own path. Let's keep this energy alive and let's continue to grow together. Stay true and stay Sigma.